You know why we're here. You know why we're here. We are here to talk about Sonic Superstars, react to the demo footage, and the impressions of the demo. Someone said it's the demo out on Xbox. It's not a public demo, it's the Summer Game Fest demo. It's not the public, it's not a public demo. It's a demo for the people that were invited to Summer Game Fest. We just got footage of it and we're gonna react to it. Anyway. Actually, I probably should wait a few more minutes for people to show up. Let's put a different song on. Was this the Sonic 5 that everyone was talking about? Yes, I believe it was this. How do I know there's 8 zones? Well, they didn't confirm 8 zones. It's more so a theory based on something that was seen in the, what's it called? In the world map. They showed the whole world map. Obviously, there could be some surprise zone that's not here. But I think, based on Marshall donated $2. Said, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to yourself? It's not good for your health. What? Praising and worshipping Sonic is not good for my health? Come on. Don't say that. We are here to serve our Lord and Savior, the Sonic the Hedgehog. We're here to serve, okay? What was I talking about? Yeah, so they had a picture of the wall map from the demo, and someone has deduced, obviously it's not confirmed, but based on the amount of elements here, that it could be 8 zones. Now there could be some hidden shit, maybe an extra boss, another area, I don't know. But based on this map, 8 zones could be likely. Which, to be fair, I mean, that was what won my poll. I did a poll asking people how many zones they thought was going to be in the game, and 8 to 10 zones won the poll. So I think it's a good chance that people are right on the money with that one. I also asked people if it was better than Mania based on what we've seen, and people seem to vote yes, so you know. Put off the Sonic 4 music. If you don't like Sonic 4 music, you're not going to be in the mood to look at this demo footage, because the demo footage has got Sonic 4 music in it. Apparently it's a placeholder, so, you know. But nonetheless, there's Sonic 4 music in the demo, so you better get used to it. But before we get to that demo, let's look at the potato quality footage first, because we got the big boy footage, but we got some other footage too. So here's the opening cutscene. I did a short on this, but this one's in better quality actually. So this is the opening cutscene of the game. So you can see that, like, you know, you've got the Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, the classic emblem, but this time with 3D renders. So that's the wall map thing again. Someone said the opening cutscene is unfinished, right? I don't know if it's unfinished. It looks like a finished cutscene. It doesn't look like a storyboard. Congrats, the Chaos Emerald. A million classic Sonic show up. That's Fang plus the new character. You feel like this is low-key trying to be Sonic Mania 2? I mean, of course it's trying to be Sonic Mania 2. It's a follow-up classic Sonic game. And Sonic Mania was critically acclaimed. I'm pretty sure Sonic Mania is still the highest rated Sonic game on Metacritic, besides CD, because critics really had a love boner for Sonic CD. I don't know how CD is the highest rated Sonic game. I don't know how that shit is still up there. But if we go by games and sort by score, Sonic Mania Plus on Switch is 91. Sonic CD on iOS is still, oh my gosh. How you guys let CD stay at the top? How you lot let CD stay at the top of the list? You really think it's the best the franchise has to offer? CD? Ah, oh, disappointing, but Mania Plus is the second highest thing. So of course they would try and replicate what Mania did because it was well received. Obviously they want to replicate it but make more money this time, so they'll charge $60, you know. Because even if they sold the same amount of units as Mania, they're still making at least double. Not to mention there's going to be the deluxe version as well. Physical release, I'm assuming. So they're trying to make at least double the money in Mania if it sells the same. And if they sell more units, which they probably will, then that's way more money than Mania. But yeah, Advance is up here as well. Shout out Sonic Advance. But the first page is mainly just Mania and Mania Plus. And somehow the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is ranked higher than Advance 2. Because it was free, so let's give it high scores, I guess. It's higher than Sonic Rush. Man, I can't be taking critics seriously. How is Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog higher than Sonic Rush? Oh my god, like, no. No. I'd expect a Heroes fan to appreciate CD, both jank, but great in their own ways. Look, there's different kinds of jank. Heroes jank is like polish. CD jank is just level design, convolution. There's different kinds of jank. Just because you like one kind of jank don't mean you're gonna like another kind of jank. You know? Anyway. That was the opening cutscene. We got a few more small little gameplay things that we want to go through before we like go into the big one. So a few little clips that came out before the big IGN one. People are talking about this a lot. There's this like weapon wheel thing, which I think is like the chaos powers. Because I think, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, I think those are the chaos powers. I think one of them turns you into water, so you can like go up the water, and then the other one is, I think the other one is the Wisp one. What's my 5 favorite Sonic games? Heroes, 06, Adventure 1, Rush, Unleashed. Those are my top 5. Now, that's just a small little clip. We've got a 2-minute one here. Let's check this one out. I don't know the names of any of the zones right now. So that's the water ability. It lets you like jump up the water. Kind of like what you could do in like, I think Sonic Rush, you could do that in Mirage Road. What's my top 5 classic Sonic games? Sonic 2, Sonic 3 on its own, Sonic Mania, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 1. Someone said, what about Sonic Superstar? The game not even out yet. How is it gonna be my top 5? Would you still want a 2D modern Sonic game next, or would you rather get a 3D Sonic game first? Look, I mean, we just got Frontiers. I would have just preferred that Frontiers didn't copy classic Sonic in so many ways, especially cyberspace. You know, like if it had just committed to the 3D and the open zone and actually used the original environments in cyberspace instead of, I guess, saving the original environments for the classic Sonic game that's coming out how many months afterwards. That would have been nice, but you know, they were talking about another 3D Sonic game. It's a bit extra. I just think that the one that they just released shouldn't have had Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary again, plus copying old level design again, and then give the classic fans an original game. Like you didn't just give us Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Sky Sanctuary for the modern game, but you know. I mean, the physics look accurate. I mean, Christian Wyatt gave his seal of approval to it, so I'm not surprised. The physics look accurate. This kind of looks like that one Wisp in, is it Lost World? I don't even remember. Alright, what else have we got? We got Amy in the bonus stage. Let's check this one out. Activated emerald powers can be replenished at each star post. Wait, hold on. What's the name of the zone? Speed Jungle Zone. So that's like the double jump, like what, the elemental shield, like in Sonic 3. Wait, how did she go in there? Let me see that again. Is that a big ring? What was that? I'm guessing that was some kind of big ring. So you like homing attack onto the Ana Beam. So you got 30 seconds to swing your way to the medal, basically. And the medal is running away. Alright, simple enough. Simple enough. So, what are the medals for? Does anyone know what the medals do? I mean, in Sonic Origins, the medals were for retrying special stages, right? This is a bonus stage. I'm guessing if this is the bonus stage, then the special stages are the Sonic 1 special stages that we saw before. Probably like Mania. Oh yeah, Mania had a medal system as well. What did you get with the medal system again? I forgot. Like, you got something, but I forget what it is. Unlocks the debug mode. Ah, yeah. Yeah, you did get some things for that, yeah. Alright, that's the Amy footage. Alright, we got some like Twitter shit as well. But I don't know how much of it is things we haven't seen. That's just an image of the demo. We've already seen that. Let me put another song on. Put on Hydrosity. That's the title screen again, basically. Just a closer look, basically. What else we got? Yeah, we've seen this clip. The stage select menu has slipped into Easy Allies demo footage. It suggests an exclusive stage for Amy in a time attack mode. These are screenshots, I think, from the IGN footage. You can see Fang and the new character. Yeah, we're gonna look at that footage anyway. We'll come back to that. So this is the stage select. So you can see Zone 2, Act 2, Zone 3, Act 1, Zone 4, Act 1, Zone 4, Act 2, Zone 5, Act 1, Zone 5, Act Amy, Zone 5, Act 2. So I don't know if that's like everything that you're allowed to play in the demo, or if it's like, I don't know. I'm guessing this is for the demo, so anyone who got access to this can try out 7 stages, I'm assuming. We know that there's at least 5 zones. No Act 3s are here though. That's interesting though. So is it only 2 acts? I don't know. But we know there's at least 5 zones. We know there's at least 2 acts per zone. Music is very upbeat. Sounds very T-Lopesy. Not guaranteed, but very upbeat chiptune. T-Lopes responded with T-Lopes. Yo, Jason with a £2 donation. We live on the Sonic channel already. What's up, bro? I'm good, man. I'm just here to serve our Lord and Savior the Sonic by reacting to this footage. What else have we got? Oh, that's the logo again. Oh, that's the animation. So it does the spinning around thing that Classic Sonic does. To note, Arisen, the Japanese game development studio founded by Sonic co-creator Naoto Oshima, is apparently involved in the development. Well, they said Oshima was involved, but they didn't mention Arisen. But that's Oshima's company, basically, who's worked on games such as We Play Motion, Time Travelers, Yoshi's New Island, 3DS. So Oshima was working on a Yoshi game. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, 3DS. Fantasian for iOS. What is this? And of course, Balan Wonderworld. I think someone even pointed out that there's similar visuals to Balan. Because like, if you look at like the grass texture here, and then compare it to this, like it does kind of have the similar Balan kind of graphics. Which Balan was a visually nice game, I think. It just needed more polish from like an animation standpoint, like in a fluidity sense. But in terms of like its visuals, I don't think Balan was bad. It was actually nice to look at. We got another clip here. It says, if there was any doubt Amy can spin dash in Sonic Superstars and you can briefly catch... No, if there was any doubt Amy can spin dash Sonic Superstars and you can briefly catch the Emerald Power Selection Wheel too, here's footage over hitting the vines in Speed Jungle. Alright, let's check this one out. Is that music for the game? It sounds good. Sounds funky. So that was her spin dashing. She's got the 2 Chaos Powers. So I'm guessing the goal of this game will be to get the Chaos Emeralds as quickly as possible so you can get these Chaos Powers and use them quicker. And this person is playing very well. So you gotta jump over the enemy train thing. You can see Sonic in the background over there. That's kind of interesting. He like shows up there. So that's an interesting clip. Here's another one. It says, remember the Eggman robot from the Sonic Superstars trailer? Here's a full video of Sonic fighting him in Bridge Island. So we got Speed, Jungle, and Bridge Island. So I'm guessing this is the Death Egg robot. Does he shoot the things out like the Death Egg robot? Okay, yeah, he shoots the things out. You go from behind and hit him as well. How many hits was that? Like 3 or 4? How many? Was that 8 hits? Okay, second phase. Alright, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the Death Egg robot. Actually, his name is Robotnik. Of course, it's not Eggman, it's Robotnik. It's the 90s. Okay, we got Tails gameplay. Have we got any Knuckles gameplay? Does anyone have any Knuckles gameplay links? I don't know if I have a Knuckles link.
Guys, this shit is so dope. You don't understand, right? Like, I'm out here pulling up with Tails, right? A lot of exploration out here. You can go to the top paths over here. We've got these things, Big Chone over here, right? He's over here. Look at him looking up, looking down. He's also got his little legs. Does he have his leg sphere yet? Yeah, there you go. See this? You guys have it. You guys have it.
So Tails pretty much controls like you would expect from like the classics: spin dash, flight.
It's phenomenal. Everything on it's so good. It's so good. And then you can go into these rings over here, which is awesome. Right. I need to try to get the chaos emerald. And then you can get it.
So Tails has got 90 seconds. The other one we saw with Amy was like 30 seconds. So I'm guessing this is a harder one, a later one.
And then, yeah, there we go.
Never mind.
So you grab it, right? And then once you grab it, okay, then until it goes down here, right? Until it goes
No, the other one was a bonus stage. That was the metal one. This is a Chaos Emerald.
You get the Chaos Emerald. Right now, the only Chaos Emerald in this demo is this one. And then you get a weapon wheel, right? So you go over here, you get the
So that's the Water Emerald.
water attack. So you have access to the weapon wheel over here. So turn into water. So you select this, and you go over here, boom, 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 boom. There you go.
The weapon wheel is probably the most, you know, unique thing in the game, because everything else is like treading the same ground pretty much, but the weapon wheel is at least something that, you know, is not usually in a classic game. So I definitely want to see more of that. I definitely want to see more of that because it feels like it could be something interesting with the level design. Although I don't know if it's going to be mandatory to beat the game, because I'm assuming you could beat the game without getting the emeralds. So they can't really design the levels around those powers, because if they did that and you didn't have the power, it's like colors, right? Like you can beat the game without using the wisps for the most part, but they're kind of integral to the game. I don't know. For a sec, when you first saw the trailer, you thought it was going to be a remake of Sonic 1 and 2. I mean, it would be pretty wild to remake Sonic 1 and 2 the same year you dropped Sonic Origins Plus, the year after you dropped Sonic Origins Base. I mean, that would be like wild. A wild amount of Green Hill. Then again, I wouldn't put it past them. Alright, I think I've gone through all these other clips. We got an interview with Zuka here. This is a 12-minute interview. We got IGN interview as well. So we've got a few things to go through. Let me see what this interview is saying. Is there a video version of this though? Hold on. Nope, no video version. Alright, let's see what it's saying.
I've seen flats that adjust. So prepare to be impressed by stylish apartments. Is believing.
For having us a conversation here, man. I very excited to see Sonic Superstars. Was not expecting the game to be announced at all. Very different than the previous 2D games from you guys. Why this change? Why 2D? And also adding all the new elements in the game too, all the new features.
Is my feeling changing against Superstar? I mean, not really. I mean, it looks fine. That's how I feel. It looks fine.
昨年はですね、モダンソニックシリーズをソニックフロンティアで、大きくエボリューションを遂げたんですけども、今年は2D サイドスクロールのクラシックソニックを、大きくジャンプアップさせようということでこのプロジェクトをスタートさせました。
It's kind of wild that you wouldn't transcribe the interview. You want us to sit through the whole thing?
Last year, we had a great evolution in the modern Sonic series with Sonic Frontiers. And this year, we really wanted to take the 2D side-scrolling gameplay and really jump it up and take it to the next level.
So I know there's new mechanics, game mechanics, where I could select water and I think like spikes and stuff like that. What other type of stuff?
Am I worried about the game being made by Ozest? I mean, look. It looks like a classic Sonic game. It looks like exactly what I would expect a 2.5D classic Sonic game to look like. I'm not really worried at all.
We're going to get to see. And I like that I could discover new areas using those new game mechanics. So tell us a little bit about that too.
はい、今回クラシックシリーズなんですけども、新しいアクションとしてエメラルドパワーというのを用意してます。
You're looking very negative in Game Fest is my thought. Look, guys, listen, okay? To me, this is like New Super Mario Bros. Okay, if you announced a 5th New Super Mario Bros. Game today, the game wouldn't be bad. It would be a decent game. But when you've played all of them, they start to blend together. It's like, okay, been there, done that. I've seen this a million times. That's all it is. It's not a bad game. I don't think the game is shit. You know, it does what it needs to do, which is be a classic Sonic game. So, like, I don't know what people want me to do. Like, I'm not gonna just all of a sudden just light up, you know. It does what it needs to do, and I'm sure it will review fine.
これはエメラルドの数が全部で7つあるので、7つの新しい能力を使うことができるというのが、今回のゲームのその新アクションになりますね。
So in the classic Sonic series, we wanted to add in a new action, and that new action were the Emerald powers. There's 7 emeralds that you can collect, and each of them has their own unique abilities. So we're putting in 7 brand new abilities into this classic series game.
But Emerald Powers is the most interesting thing about this game, for me. Like, it's the one thing that is actually a bit different from the 90s, basically. Like, these Emerald Powers. It kind of reminds me of Fire and Ice. Like, I really enjoyed the Fire and Ice mechanic in Fire and Ice. It was a little small thing, like the fire mixed with the water and the ice and all that shit. Very simple mechanic, but surprisingly was a good gimmick for the game. Like, Fire and Ice could have been a lot more fun if, you know, the visuals were better and the music was better and things like that. But like, that Fire and Ice mechanic was really fun.
So one of them is water and spikes.
はい、今回のトレーラーの中でウォーターとあとアバターっていう2つの能力。
Yo, what's up, Beats? Very interested to see if this is using Taxman or SDK, basically main engine or physics. While running, I mean, he's got to be involved somehow. I mean, the fact that he tweeted that thumbs up with regards to the physics video, he gave it some kind of approval. I mean, he must have been aware that it's using its physics, because I'm struggling to believe that Sonic team on their ones or Arsist recreated the classic Sonic physics perfectly. There were rumors before the game came out saying that they were using the code from Mania. So for me, the logical conclusion is the physics are accurate because they literally just said, we got the Mania code, Control C, Control V. I mean, obviously it's not as simple as Control C, Control V, but you get my point.
をお見せしたんですけども、まあ、ウォーターっていうのはソニック自身が水になって滝を登ったり、あと水中を泳いだりすることができる能力で、アバターっていうのは自分の分身が無数に画面から登場しまして、まあ、敵を倒してくれるという技です。
In the trailer, we saw 2 of the emerald powers. One of them was water, and that will turn Sonic into this water form and allow Sonic to either jump up waterfalls or even swim around in water in the water form. The other one is Avatar, and when you use the Avatar power, you're summoning lots of other Sonics to come in on screen and help defeat the enemies.
Oh, awesome. Now, one thing.
Swim around in water in the water form. The other one is Avatar, and when you use the Avatar power, you're summoning lots of other Sonics to.
So we know we got the water one, we got the Wisp one, and we got the millions of classic Sonics one. So that's like 3 of the powers. Someone said, Prem, what would make this game better besides modern skins? I mean, look, the game isn't really made for me, so I mean, it's not really the game I was looking for. If you want to know what I wanted to see, you can watch this video. I specifically described what I was talking about in this video, what I wanted to see. But this game is not going to be that. It's not designed to be that. They've had some experience fusing Taxman shit with Hedgehog Engine 2 and Origins, so it's just logical they go further for this. Yeah. Am I for sure there's modern skin? All I know is that Amy's got a modern outfit. That's it. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, that's up in the air. But we know Amy's got a modern outfit, and we know there's some kind of deluxe version of the game. So, modern outfits is not out of the realm of possibility, but you can't really say that's confirmed. All we know is that Amy outfit is coming.
Come in on screen and help defeat the enemies.
But I mean, it would be kind of stupid to have a modern Amy outfit and then have Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles not have a modern outfit. Like, that's just inconsistent. With a game that's 4-player co-op, so Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles will be classic, and Amy will be in her modern outfit. I mean, you never know, right? But we know there's some kind of premium version of the game, because they confirmed when they found the Best Buy with the $70 price tag, the Sonic Twitter responded and said, we are confirming that the base game is $60. And they specified base game. So the premium version's got to have something in it that will get people to buy it. So what are they going to include? Medals? I don't know. Modern skin sounds like a logical conclusion, but you just don't know.
Awesome. Now, one thing also I noticed is the bonus stages. I'm very used to the old bonus stage from like the old Sonic. With this one, it's a little bit different than the one that I've seen, but also in the trailer, I see the traditional old bonus stages, right?
Yeah.
So, are we going to see more different type of bonus stages in the game too?
ボーナスステージ、昔ながらのボーナスステージっていうのは、エメラルドを集めるスペシャルステージっていうのと、あと、ゲームの中で使えるメダルを集める、ボーナスステージで2つ用意してまして、1つのスペシャルステージは 3D ライクなゲームプレイで、ボーナスステージは昔のソニック1のスペシャルステージのようなこう画面を回すような形のボーナスステージの2種類を用意してます。
So yeah, there's two different types of stages. The stages where you collect the emeralds are the special stages, and we wanted to have them have a really 3D feel to them as you're kind of floating and flying through the air. The bonus stages are the stages where you can receive medals, and that's really based upon the Sonic 1 bonus stages where the entire screen kind of turns around, and in the bonus stage you will be earning medals when you collect them.
Wait, so the bonus stages are the medals and the 3D ones are the emeralds?
実はですね、今回4人協力プレイというゲームモードがあるので、その4人でより遊びやすくなるようなちょっとしたボーナスステージなんかも用意してます。
And we also have 4-player cooperative play, so we may have some other bonus stages that will be especially easier to clear with the 4 players.
So when there's 4 players, they're going to make the bonus stages easier, it seems?
And how playing co-op, local co-op, and also online, how's that going to work when it comes to like, is it going to be everybody in the same screen? Is it going to be too chaotic? Do we need to help each other out to go like certain areas? How's that going to work?
今回
Well, it
4P プレイ
worked
を
in New
実
Super
装
Mario
したんですけど
Bros.
も、
Therefore,
この
it
4
will
人
work
で
here.
一緒に遊ぶっていうゲームプレイは、ソニックシリーズの中ではちょっとあえて避けてきたんですね。それは皆さんが期待するような4人協力プレイっていうのは4人がこう一緒にこう進んでいくようなゲームプレイだと思うんですけど、ソニックのハイスピードのアクションでそれは合わないんですね。なので、今まで避けてきたわけですけども、今回はソニックスタイルの4人プレイっていうのをやってみようじゃないかということで、もう本当に誰か1人がハイスピードで走ってもその他の3人がこうそれをこう追従するようなハイスピードで遊べる4人同時プレイっていうのを今回実装しました。
Yeah, the
Translate, hurry up.
cooperative gameplay was something we wanted to put into Sonic series games a long time ago, but we could never really get it to work well. And because we couldn't get it to work well, we always would remove it, and we couldn't really execute on what we felt would be a proper...
Wait, you couldn't get 4-player co-op to work well? What was, like, even with Mania, you couldn't get 4-player co-op to work well? I mean, okay, no, you couldn't, it wouldn't work in Mania, because Mania is actually, like, more fast-paced, more intricate level design than this. The levels have to be somewhat simple enough for it to work with 4-player co-op. So yeah, it wouldn't really work in Mania, now that I think about it. Alright.
4-player...
I mean, 4-player co-op, like, I just realized this. 4-player co-op would have worked in Frontiers. Online. Imagine online 4-player co-op in Frontiers. Because the whole game is basically scour around the open zone and collect things to progress. Get collectibles to progress. So imagine like you got to collect a bunch of memory tokens and you go and all of you scatter into different directions to get tokens, so you beat the game quicker, but you're all like, I'll go this way, you go that way, you go that way, and we all just play the game together kind of thing. You know, that could have been fun.
4 people playing together, kind of high-speed game experience. But this time, we really wanted to challenge ourselves, and we wanted to try to create a Sonic-style 4-player cooperative game. Something that you could still be together as 4 players at that high speed, and you could together run together through the level as 4 cooperative players.
Which one is your favorite character to play in this Sonic Superstars for you, personally?
そうですね、私は一番最初の私が携わったタイトルがソニック3っていうこともあって、ナックルズが好きなんですよね。ナックルズの滑空と壁登りっていうアクションが、個人的にはすごく好きです。
So I did work on Sonic 3, and I am a little bit partial to Knuckles, so I'll say Knuckles. I really enjoy the fact that he can glide through the air and also climb walls.
And what about the other characters? What new stuff are we going to get to see them in the game?
はい、ソニックとテイルスはもう皆さんご存知の通り、速く走るソニックと、あと空を飛べるテイルスなんですけども、今回新たにそのエミーをプレイヤブルキャラクターとして、導入しまして、このエミーっていうのはハンマーを使って敵を攻撃できるということで、他のキャラクターは体当たりがメインの攻撃なんですけども、エミーは道具を使って攻撃できるので、少し触ると痛いようなエネミーとかでもうまくすると倒せるっていう個性があります。
So I think everyone knows Sonic and Tails. You know, Sonic runs really fast, Tails can fly. But Amy Rose is a new
Rush
character that we're
versus
putting in that's
Superstar?
playable.
Rush. Come
And she's
on.
going to have a
Come
hammer
on.
attack. And this is something that allows her to still, you know, compete with everyone else and defeat enemies. Most of the other characters, they have to actually physically smash into the robots in order to defeat them. But Amy has her hammer and she can still take out all the
I
enemies.
think because the DS is old as fuck and the game never got re-released, I think people don't actually understand how good Sonic Rush is. Like, it's one of those things where if they simply just remastered it in 4K widescreen, everyone would be praising it. Like, everyone. It was that good. I mean, it was critically acclaimed when it came out, which was a big deal because it wasn't a classic Sonic game. So for a game that was modern, made by dimps to be, like, critically acclaimed, like, Sonic Rush is the truth. It's the real deal. It's real shit. And if they remastered it, I mean, they'll probably have to remove lives on some modern shit because people would complain. But if they remastered it, nah, that shit was goated.
Enemies with her hammer.
Yeah, one thing I noticed is
Does Rush level design work in 16 by 9? I mean, I've never heard of a 2D game not working if you add more width to the screen. You know, the only thing they had was the little camera swaps when you go from the top screen to the bottom screen and the bottom screen to the top screen. But you could easily fix that in a remaster. That's not really an issue. You know.
while playing this game, there was a part where it reminded me of like the beginning of stages of Sonic Adventure with like the whale, with this one with the fish and everything. So this is pretty new for this type of style for Sonic 2D. We're very used to seeing that in 3D. Was there any inspirations from the older game that made you guys decide like, okay, we should add that in the game and stuff like that?
そうです。モダンソニックを初めて作ったソニックアドベンチャーの時には、各ステージに必ずサプライズのポイントを設けようっていうコンセプトでレベルデザインをしたんですけども、
They can remaster Rush. They're probably waiting for the right moment. I mean, the Switch been out 6 years. I mean, what was the right moment? I mean, it was a Nintendo handheld game. It would have worked well on the Switch. You know, I don't see what moment would have been better than that. Are they waiting for like PlayStation to make a handheld, Xbox to make a handheld before they do it? I don't know.
今回はクラシックソニックではあるんですけども、その時に打ち立てたそのサプライズのポイントっていうのは、今回のクラシックシリーズでも導入しようということで、各ステージ必ずこうびっくりするようなポイントを設けてます。
So yeah, one of the inspirations that we had was when we were making Sonic Adventure, we wanted to make sure there was kind of a surprising moment somewhere on each of the stages. And we really took that to heart when creating Sonic Superstars. Even though it's a classic game, we wanted each stage to have some moment of great surprise that when you run into it, oh, I understand this is what's amazing about this stage.
Is he talking about like the Orca section, Emerald Coast, like the Rock and Lost World kind of thing, like the big event kind of thing, the scripted like spectacle moment thing?
It reminds me a lot of those moments. Like, wow,
like Windy Hill, you had the tornado and then you fly out of it and it transitions. Casinopolis, or I don't know, the sewer, the pinball table. Like pretty much, yeah. Most of the Sonic Adventure levels had something like that. I mean, most modern Sonic levels tend to have elements like that. Like Heroes had like the upside down and the hand castle and the bobsled, and Egg Fleet had the flying around and the go up and the go down and all that shit.
I remember playing that moment, and and I think people are gonna feel that once they play this this game for the first time and stuff. And another thing that Dr. Eggman still around. What's new with him in this game?
はい、ドクターエッグマンはもちろん今回も悪役として登場してきますけども、今回の悪役はそれに加えて、賞金稼ぎの
Why don't Sonic Team just make a Rush remake or a new Rush-like game? We would appreciate that much more. They're probably afraid that it won't sell to the masses because it doesn't have cutesy classic Sonic. Like, people might look at it like, oh, this is modern Sonic, and Sonic was only good when he was classic. Therefore, if we use the classic design, people will give it a chance, you know.
ファング、このファングがクラシックシリーズでは、初の、リバイバルになりますね。でそれとあんまり実はまだ見せてないんですけども、もう一人敵キャラクターがいまして、その3人でソニックにこう挑んでくるという構成になります。
Spectacle was always a big thing in Sonic games, even on the classics. There should be like a tier list for that. Like, what was the best spectacle set piece moment in a Sonic game? Like a section that was just really fucking cool looking. You know, like, I mean, there's so many good ones. You know, obviously, like, for me, I would say like the end of Final Fortress with the rails and the lasers, or maybe Kingdom Valley Mark Speed section. Like, those are some of my favorite like cool moments.
Yes, Dr. Eggman is still around, and this time he's employed the mercenary Fang to come in and help him kind of do his evil biddings, and they have an evil plan together. But there's also one additional character who's going to be joining their group. We haven't really shown much about this character, but you'll see more in the future.
Oh, that got me even more excited. All right, cool. So how was the feeling, man, of, you know, announcing this? And thank God that it didn't get leaked. Really, really cool.
Thank God it didn't get leaked.
You know, being there and Summer Game
Simple actually responded, by the way.
Fest, people reacting to the announcement. How was it for you and the team finally announcing this game?
そうですね、ここまで、やっぱり開発も長くかかっていますので、今回初めて発表して、でファンのリアクションとかもすごい良かったので、みんなほっとしているところですね。今開発も今真っ最中なので、今一番忙しい時なんですけども、本当にファンの方からのいいリアクションがも
Oh
らえ
yeah,
て、
the alligator and heroes, that was good as well. But for me, I think my favorite set piece, it's probably either Kingdom Valley Mark Speed, or Final Fortress, the rail section. Like, you're grinding down the rails, the lasers are coming at you and they're yelling at you, the laser fire and all that shit. I don't know, that shit was just lit.
目になります。
So yeah, we've been working on this game for quite some time, so it's really great to see the reaction from fans. Really great that it wasn't leaked and everyone got a really good surprise when they saw it for the first time. The development team is really busy right now. We're super busy trying to finish the game and get it ready for submission.
Tonal Velocity Act 2 with the black hole? Really? I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion.
But having the fans react in such a way really motivates everyone to, you know, do their best in this kind of last stage of development.
Yeah, as a fan of Sonic, I think this is a great time to be a Sonic fan. You know, Sonic Frontier, I really enjoyed that game. Really enjoyed it. Love the soundtrack. And now I can't wait to play this now coming up, man. Back-to-back projects for you guys, man. You guys have been really busy working on Sonic, man. So I can't wait to hear more about Sonic Superstars. And yeah, thank you so much for the interview, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Alright, that's done. Alright, we got this article here. We're going to read this article and then we'll look at the IGN gameplay. We're going to read the IGN article and then we'll look at the gameplay. So, let's put on some music. Said Sonic Superstars developers explain why they're finally abandoning Green Hill Zone. We realized that we only wanted to put Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Sky Sanctuary in the modern games now, so that the classic games could be fully original. So we put it in Frontiers, as well as old level design, so that classic could have all the new shit. For the past few years, the Sonic franchise has had a Green Hill Zone problem. A few years! The opening level to 1991's original Sonic the Hedgehog is certainly iconic, but it seemed like the Blue Blur was returning to Green Hill just as often as Star Wars revisits Tatooine. Sonic fans play through levels set in Green Hill zones in 2011 Sonic Generations, Sonic Forces, and Sonic Mania in 2017, and last year in Sonic Origins, Sonic Frontiers. But in Sonic Superstars, Sega's newly announced side-scrolling game, the series is finally speeding away from the classic levels we've seen time and time again. In an interview with IGN, Sonic Series producer Daddy Zook said Sonic Superstars will be full of fresh locations. The fact that it's a selling point for the game and not just a standard is kind of interesting, but let's keep going. In Sonic Mania, Green Hill Zone changed up a little bit, as Zuka said. And even Origins, we did have Green Hill, well, Origins is a re-release. I'm not gonna knock off points for Green Hill and Origins when it's literally a re-release of the classics. It's still new games that's a problem. What we wanted to do with Sonic Superstars is really create something new and go in there and create these brand new islands that you get to explore as Sonic. We wanted to take Sonic to the brand new North Star Islands and have Sonic run around in this new environment. So we wanted to make brand new places for Sonic to go through in this new title. That's right, no Green Hill, no Chemical Plant, hopefully no Sky Sanctuary, no levels you've seen in prior 2D Sonic games. That being said, Sonic Superstars is set to return to Sonic's foundation from a gameplay perspective. Sega's announcement of Sonic Superstars and Sonic's movements, physics and controls will feel familiar to longtime fans, and Izuku also explained how Superstars is a return to the precious classics. We wanted to make brand new places for Sonic to go in this new title. It's amazing that they've reused so many level themes that there's barely enough new stages for a Generations 2. Like, if they had to make a Generations 2 off of content post Generations, it would be slim pickings, alright? Like, I mean, I'd probably put Metropolitan Highway in there just because I like the look of that level. You know, that would go in there. I'd put like Mania levels like Studiopolis, Mirage Saloon, the other two original levels, like Titanic Monarch, and what was the last one? Studiopolis, Mirage Saloon, Press Garden. Yeah, you'd have to take like 4 from Mania alone, because Gens took like 1 level per game. But the fact that they've been reusing so many levels, you'd have to take like multiple from Mania. You have to take like multiple from Forces. Yeah, if they did Generations 2 with post-Gens content, you're looking at, from Lost World everything looks reused, but you'd have to take something from Lost World, you know, maybe like Desert Ruins or Lava Mountain or something like that. Or no, you take the Sea Bottom Segway levels, that's what you take. That's the most original thing in Lost World. So you take that from Lost World. You probably have to take something from Rise of Lyric. I don't know what, I don't remember the names of that game, of the stages. Forces, you take Metropolitan Highway, maybe Sunset Heights. Mania, you take Studiopolis. You take all the 4 original levels of Mania, like Studiopolis, Mirage Saloon, Titanic Monarch, Press Garden, all 4. And then Frontiers, you take Kronos or Ares, whichever one. That's your Generations 2. It's really slim pickings, man. It's crazy, man. Oh my god. Anyway, one of the things he wanted to do is make sure we really had the roots of that classic gameplay solid. I should make a video on Generations 2, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm sure the classic gameplay, you're playing as Sonic, you jump, you go into a ball, you attack the enemies. The first thing the team did was went and replicated that classic gameplay down very precisely. Because they had the Mania code, so they were to do that. So when you're playing Sonic Superstars, you're going through the core classic Sonic game loop. You're running, you're jumping, you're getting into a ball, you defeat enemies, and you're continuing forward. But you won't only get to play as Sonic. It introduces 4-player local co-op, introduces Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. Additional characters retain the unique actions you'd expect from the series. Tails can fly, Knuckles can glide and climb, Amy can use a hammer. The classic approach will also carry over to the story presentation, of course. As Zuka said, there won't be voice acting or a lot of text in the story, because that wouldn't be like the classics. Instead, the classic Genesis fashion, the story will unfold simply by watching characters move around and interact with each other in between levels. Of course, the biggest difference you immediately notice between Superstars and the 16-bit originals is the graphics. Sonic Superstars uses a 3D aesthetic, which we've previously seen in classic Sonic sections of games like Generations and Sonic Forces. But now a whole game is being built around this style, which Izuka said will bring new gameplay opportunities. It's just that 2D classic Sonic game, but because we're using 3D models to create the world and the characters, that should be a comma, we're able to do things inside of that 2D gameplay format we couldn't have done before. Because sometimes it's going to be sending the character back further into the world. Maybe it's going to be turning the character, spinning the character in a way that we couldn't really do with the classic look and the pixel art. Or it could be a boss battle that we're going to have to have in this kind of 3D space. There's all these things we can do because we have 3D models. Even though we have a 2D game style and game format, we're able to play around and do things that the classic Genesis and Game Gear titles couldn't do. It's coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC this fall. Alright. If no one's got any other impression links, we're gonna go straight to the demo. Now again, apparently this is placeholder music, so I don't actually hate Sonic 4 music, but just for those people who do, apparently it's placeholder music. Nah, when they brought in that Tinkle Park and that Sonic 4 song, that shit was lit. I don't care what anyone says. It's pretty much exactly what I expect a classic Sonic game to be like. I want to see them curl into a ball, like, willingly, and see how it works. So that's the bonus stage thing there. I'm guessing that's the bonus stage, not the special stage. It opens that portal there. In Sonic 2, it was never that clear that you were supposed to jump into there. Like, I know they had the little white things there, but I didn't really know for a while. So when you lose your speed on the rail, you just start walking. Oh, so that's Tails in the background. You see how he edited? This is right before the boss, so I'm guessing the IGN journalist died, so he had to cut to the boss again. I'm guessing this music is for the game, because I haven't heard this song before, I don't think. I don't know where you got this. I don't think this is from Sonic 4. This is kind of like Sonic 1 Final Zone with the circles coming at you. Not exactly the same, but... The boss is basically like a mega flicky. Not flicky. A mega badnik. It was confirmed all was placeholder. So where's this song from then? Because it doesn't sound like a song that I recognize. Even though it sounds like Sonic 4 music, but it's not. I don't think it was in Sonic. What the fuck? What kind of big ass flicky was in that thing? How the fuck they squeeze you into this thing? Eggman doing the most. Eggman doing the most. God. How you get stuck in that badnik? guessing this is Act 2. So you got the poles. One of those you can't see everything levels. So that put him on a separate plane because there's like two separate planes here. So he was there and then that shifts him over there. So what happened there? He jumped. He couldn't hit the spring. And he's come back now. That gives you rings. Okay. Alright, so he kind of slowed down going uphill. A blue ring. What was that? Oh, it's like a little vine spring thing. Decent physics on that little incline. Yo, Luca with the $11 of all the sound fonts they could have used. Why did they choose the one in Sonic 4? Well, I mean, it's placeholder music, right? And IGN probably just went with the song they knew, right? They played the classics. They played Sonic 4. You know, I'm guessing it was just an easy pick for them. Thank you for the donation. Brazilian real. Maybe the music is an embargo. An embargo for the music? Really? Really? Why? Why? I mean, that sounds like a Sega thing to do, but like, why? My guess is this, because I think T-Lopes is probably working on this. My guess is maybe they thought they were gonna get someone else to do the music, and the shit wasn't turning out right. They're like, shit, we need T-Lopes. We gotta announce this thing. let's just not give them the music and get T-Lopes to cook it up before the game comes out or some shit like that. The T-Lopes in the lab right now, like finishing up the soundtrack. Because I mean, when they dropped Mania, they're like the same day, I swear we had like Studiopolis music in the level already. Because I don't see why the music would be some kind of embargo. Everyone knows that music in classic games is a huge reason why they're catchy. The music is usually funky. You can't just promote the game without the music. The boss music was an unused track from Sonic 4. Oh, it's unused. Ah. You see that? The monitor had like an actual like explosion. Is that normal? Looks like a fucking bomb. What? I've never seen that. Oh, am I tripping? Has that been a thing? You have to pay the deluxe version for music. Imagine if they held back the T-Lopes music on the deluxe version. Forces did the same? What, holding back music for levels? I don't think so. I don't remember Forces doing that. I don't remember. Let me see. Hold on. The first Sunset Heights trailer that had music. What other gameplay did we get? 7 minutes of Forces gameplay on the PS4 Pro. This is a song that was actually in the game. They didn't withhold that. This is the real song that was in the game. They didn't withhold that. Let me just show the same thing again. And this song that everyone was saying was trash. I mean, this was the music for this level, and they didn't withhold this. They could have withheld this. They could have withheld this, but they didn't. That's probably what happened. Sonic Superstars probably have music sound like this, and then they were like, shit, we need to get T-Lopes. So the music's not ready yet. Anyway. I think the music loop just messed up. Yeah, he messed up the loop there. I heard that. The rails seem to go at like 2 speeds. Either you're going on them fast or you're like really slow walking. But that's it. I don't think it makes much of a difference in between that, because he's going uphill really fast. So it's like 2 speeds for the rails. Game fee? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. That ain't $2. To friend my beloved Classic Sonic hates. I don't hate Classic Sonic. I don't hate Classic Sonic. Is this also unused Sonic 4 music? Is this like some unused song? Because I don't remember this either. Oh, he made him hit himself. This kind of looked like you remember The Incredibles? Like the robot that Syndrome sent to kill Mr. Incredible? Like, this looked like that shit. Isn't this the first boss music from episode 2? Is it? I don't think so. Hold on, let me check. Where's the boss music? Is the boss music even in here? Where is the boss music? I can't even see it. Final boss. Okay. It's the boss music. It's basically the same as episode 1 with some slight instrumental differences. Are you supposed to jump on him? I'm confused. He's avoiding him. I thought you were supposed to jump on him. Oh yeah, I was supposed to wait for the blue thing. Okay, I'm supposed to wait for the blue thing. God, the animation. The way he just like... Alright. Got a little jackpot thing on there. Oh, unlucky. Can't believe you're gonna have to pay for a modern skin. I mean, if you get the game on PC, just wait for the mods. Was that 8 minutes of Foam Stars gameplay? Wait, hold on. Isn't that the Splatoon joint?
Okay.
Is that 8 minutes of Foam Stars? Oh shit, that's the Splatoon joint. I didn't know they would drop more gameplay for this. I mean, as much as it's like a Splatoon type game, it looks fine. It looks fine. Anyway, so the Sonic channel committing blasphemy. Ugh. Hero skin mod, only thing you need for love this game frame. I don't think there's a single Sonic game that I actually play with a hero skin on, except Heroes. Like, I don't even use that many character mods. Like, let me think. Let me check my shit. Where's Sonic? Where's our Lord and Savior? Oh, it's here. Alright. Adventure 2, I don't use any character mod. SADX, I use the same DX model. All Stars Racing, well, I don't really play that. CD, I don't really play that. Forces, I don't use a character model. I use a voice mod, Jason Griffith. Well, actually, I don't even use that on Forces because I don't really play Forces. Frontiers. Well, I don't think I've used any character mod, except for when I'm streaming and I'm showcasing mods. Use the 06 model for Frontier. Okay, yeah, I did use the 06 model for Frontier. That actually I did use. In Frontiers and Lost World, I do use the 06 model. But in Generations, I don't, because the 06 model for Generations doesn't look right. But in Frontiers and Lost World, it looks a bit better. Heroes, I don't use any character mods. Mania, I just play with the standard. Actually, there was a Sonic 2 Sonic mod that I used to use. Origins, I haven't even... I mean, that's all. I haven't really done much. The only mod I really used in Origins was Ice Cap, or Michael Jackson music. That's PO6. That's Sonic 4. Sonic 4 again. Team Offline Racing. But yeah, like, it's not... You know... Let's just look at some Sonic 4 footage right now. go to a level. Let's look at this again. Let's look at Sonic 4 again. Oh, dimps. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. They really made Sonic Rush. They made Sonic Rush. It's the same people, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. They made Sonic Rush. Why'd you jump over the dash panel? Ah, red ring. Are there red rings in Superstars? $358. There's no momentum in the Sonic Superstar gameplay. What are you talking about? What happens at 358 that you're talking about? I don't see what you're talking about. Sonic 4 Episode 2 visually looks better. I didn't say it. It was Unleash who said it. I didn't. That's not even why I was looking at the two together. It wasn't really a graphical comparison. I was trying to see if I was gonna feel more emotions for one over the other, and I don't think I do. Like I'm looking at both of these games, and I feel about the same amount of emotion. Like when I think of them, I think of like cash grab. I think of like stagnation. Let's do what worked before to make some money. This one is blatant because they named it Sonic 4. The only difference is Superstars obviously has more accurate to the classic physics. But aside from that, I don't really feel like some extra higher emotion. When I look at Sonic 4 and I look at Superstars, I feel like the same level of emotion. Like, that kind of like, I could play it. I could play it. You know, would I wake up going, I want to play this? No. But it's like, I could play it. You know, like, if I was in prison, you know, and they had a TV in the room with a console attached and Sonic 4 was on it, I can play it. It's like you play it and it's like you have some fun. It's like, that wasn't bad. Like, I could play it. That's kind of the emotion I get. And it's the same thing I feel with like this. I'm like, I could play it. I could play it. All I'm saying is that if T-Lopes is doing the soundtrack, he got his work cut out for him, because like, at least if the soundtrack funky, at least you can distract yourself and just be bumping the music, right? You know. Let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment, okay? Let's give the game a chance. Let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment. Man, T-Lopes was carrying Mania though. Like, low-key, he was carrying. I mean, Mania was fun, but like, my god, oh my god, T-Lopes. Man, he was like, half the game is thanks to T-Lopes, man. Like, seriously. Let's go back. Oh my god, T-Lopes, you got your work cut out for you. You got the shit's cut out for you, man. Because like right now, this game looking like Sonic 4 but with more accurate physics. You gotta come in with a soundtrack because because like this gameplay is not enough. I can't play this game on mute. Like, you know, a game is really fun when you can play that shit on mute. Like, when it's a Sonic game and you can play it on mute, the game's just that fun. You know. If you can play it on mute, you don't even need to jam out to the soundtrack to play it. It's that fun, you know that shit's lit. Let's try a different one. This one probably won't fit, but we'll try it nonetheless. We'll try it nonetheless. Wait, no, we don't want the fucking OST version. Yeah, we want the regular version. No, that's not the right version. There we go. Rush music too cool for this game. Rush music too cool for this. It's too funky for classic Sonic. Yeah, the Rush music too funky for classic Sonic. Classic Sonic don't look cool enough to be listening to this. It's like trying to picture Ben Shapiro listening to rap. Right? Nah, you can't do that. You can't. Early 2000s Sega were in their bag though. Shit. Oh god. Oh, the monk. Anyway. Ah, nah, they was on fire with the soundtrack. Oh shit, no, they was on fire. Oh, they was on fire. Oh shit, man. Oh, fucking hell. I hope someone decompiles the original Monkey Ball games. I mean, emulation is cool, but like, shit be lagging. Oh god, that's some gold shit. Anyway, I think we've seen everything, unless someone has got Knuckles gameplay, because I haven't seen any like proper Knuckles gameplay. So if there's Knuckles gameplay, that's the one thing we haven't seen. We've seen Sonic, we've seen Tails, we've seen Amy. You should try 3D Blast OST. Yeah, low-key 3D Blast OST could probably work. 3D Blast has some bangers. Which one is the good one again? Was it the Genesis one or the Saturn one? How does the Saturn one go again? Oh god, Speed Simulator ruined that for me. Okay, so the Genesis one is the good one. Okay, cool. This actually kind of works. This high key kind of works. Where's the Final Fortress sounding one? Yeah, that's the Final Fortress sounding one. Blast was killing it with the OST though, like, oh my god. Origins should have had this game. Oh yeah, speaking of Origins, do you guys want me to stream Origins Plus? Like, there's nothing, like, it's just Game Gear games, right? Like, is there any reason to stream it? No, yes, kinda. Amy. Yeah, Amy, I mean, cool, we can play as Amy. What? Yeah, I don't know. You wanna see me play CD again? Play CD with not. Yeah, CD's not getting played. That's not happening. I'm assuming our save files carry over, right? I'm not doing CD again. What do I think Superstars will get on Metacritic? I mean, look. It depends on who reviews the games. I have no idea, actually. Because, I mean, look. I actually have no idea. Because classic Sonic fanboys, when Sonic 4 came out, they were mad. Modern Sonic, homing attack, the physics weren't accurate, it's an insult. But the critics were like, yo, this shit lit. Well, I mean, IGN at least. I mean, 72. IGN gave it like an 8 out of 10. Or at least which version? Wii version? 81. Look, the Wii version got 81. Nintendo Gamer gave it 100. Purer and cheaper than Sonic Colors. This is a great reboot for 2D Sonic. A beautiful nostalgia trip that stands on its own blurry blue legs, utterly heartwarming. This is Sonic 4 Episode 1. Utterly heartwarming. Not just a rehash, but a brilliant game in itself. Sonic reigns once more. Again, this is Sonic 4 Episode 1. There are no bugs and glitches, which I guess was a pro because 06 was 4 years old at this point. The controls are tight, and save for a few annoying spots, the levels dazzle in their ingenious design. This is Sonic 4 Episode 1. It has the flavor of the original Sonic, but refined. It may result too short for its price, but it is very replayable. IGN, 8 out of 10. Sonic 4 is short, but sweet and well worth downloading. So if Sonic 4 Episode 1 can garner this kind of critical score, simply for being a return to form, then Sonic Superstars could get high scores. It could. It's like, here's classic Sonic again with more accurate physics than Sonic 4. Doesn't have to do anything crazy. Reviewers might just suck it off. And Sonic fans seem to like it. I mean, because the physics are more accurate and it's not rehashing areas. I wouldn't be surprised if it does well. I mean, for it to not do well, the only thing I think would really hurt it, well, there's two things, because we haven't heard the music yet, so if the music isn't fire, that would hurt it. But I think they got T. Lopes in there, so, I mean, he's not going to mess that up. The only thing that could hurt it is the price. Because if it's really like 8 zones, if it's 8 zones for $60, they're going to look at the price and be like, okay, well, it's 8 zones for $60, and they might be like, I could buy, you know, this game for $60 or that game for $60, you know. Is it worth paying the same amount for Metroid Dread that you'd pay for this classic Sonic thing? And that's probably where the reviewers might, you know, if it was 30, 40, reviewers might have been like, for a $30 game, yeah, high score. But at 60, there might be that, you know. Also, another thing that they might hop on, local co-op that's not online. We're in an online world. They've got some online PvP thing, apparently, but the actual co-op of the game has no online. So, the odds of it getting high scores, there's a chance it will get high scores. You know? There's a chance it will get high scores, but there's a few things that could cost it. Obviously, there's the other one, which is if they don't polish it enough before release and it's buggy. That's always a possibility, but you know, I think the reviewers definitely love it when classic Sonic is spat in their face. I mean, again, what is the comparison point for this? New Super Mario Bros. That's what they're going for with this. And even the worst New Super Mario Bros. Game still got a 78, which was New Super Mario Bros. 2. And all the other ones got mid to late 80s. You got 84, we got 87, and the first one got 89. Because, I mean, the first one was actually fresh, because it was the first one. So it makes sense that I had the highest scores. And then we got slightly less, but added the co-op thing, so people liked it. And then 2 was just, you know... And then U came in. I think U was actually the second best one. I think DS was the best, then U, then Wii, then 2. You know, it's like making the most inoffensive game ever to try and get decent scores. I think it might work for them, right? But they gotta remember that there's Sonic fans who are not that casual market. They can't forget about those people. You know? Like, how many of you in chat listen to like, you know, music that isn't video game music? Do you listen to albums at all? Like, do any of you listen to like full albums of artists? Like, is there any artist you're a fan of that you listen to their albums in full? Okay, Nas, Youngboy, Ozzy Osbourne. Some people saying yes, some people saying no. Okay, so the people that listen to albums, right? When an artist makes an album, a lot of the times a big artist has like a mainstream hit that's there for the masses. Not to say that you won't like the mainstream hit at all, but it's there to get that mainstream appeal. So he might lighten his sound a little bit to sound more poppy, or she, or they. But the album is like hardcore fans listen to that shit. Like when you think of Drake, most people probably heard One Dance or God's Plan, In My Feeling. They probably heard that shit. But if you're an actual Drake fan who doesn't just listen to the poppy shit, you remember 5 AM in Toronto, you remember Do Not Disturb, you remember Diplomatic Immunity, or you maybe even remember Trust Issues. Like you remember like The Resistance. You have to feed both sides, right? And with the classic sucking off that Sega has been known to do, it's like they forget to feed the other side properly, right? Feed the poppy crowd, give them the classic regurgitation with a new coat of paint, cool. But when it's time to make the 3D Sonic, like the Frontiers, don't be relying on 2D sections for your islands. Don't be making fully 2D levels that are way too prominent in the cyberspace. Don't be copying level design from past games to the cyberspace. Don't be copying the aesthetics from the 90s for cyberspace. Like, if you actually give us what we want, then when you go and do the poppy shit, the casual, look, it's classic Sonic like you remember it again, like, then at least you wouldn't be as upset. That's all I'm saying. But right now, this is a case of New Super Mario Bros. 5, and there's no Odyssey in sight. That's what it feels like. Will it review all? Probably. You know, but I'm not a reviewer. I think that's it for the stream. Those of you who play Street Fighter 6, I got a club in there. It's called Rem Gang. REMGANG. If you play Street Fighter 6, you can join my club. I mean, I'm a fucking rookie, but, you know, we're learning bit by bit. Subscribe to the Non-Sonic channel, link in the description. Oh, my twin brother's live right now, huh? That's interesting. But you can subscribe to the Non-Sonic channel, link in the description. Check out the Clips channel. I think that's it, man. The conclusion is that the game is not bad. But I get the same feeling I get when I look at Sonic 4, like, I could play it. That's how I feel. Oh. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. It's been real. The Remy out.